Hey everyone, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be sharing my 2021 bullet journal setup, and I'm going to be unboxing my brand new Archer and Olive A5 dot grid notebook. So let's just hop right into this video. This bullet journal in particular came out with the fall collection, and I fell in love with the camel brown and gold keys on the front. This is such a great quality journal with 160 GSM paper, which means it's thick enough for no bleeding or ghosting. And this journal has features like an elastic close, a pen loop, 2 ribbon bookmarks, and a pocket in the back. And you'll see me showing these features as well as this cute little sticker from an Etsy shop that I'll be showing throughout this video. I bought like probably 7 sheets of her stickers and they're all so adorable. And also some Tombos that I tested in the back. You'll see these 2 brown shades that I will also be using throughout this video. And everything I use will actually be linked down below if you are interested. All my brush pens, all my stickers, and even this dot grid notebook if you would like to purchase it. I also just wanted to mention that I have quite a few videos planned for this channel. I haven't posted in a really long time, but I love bullet journaling videos. One video is going to be my 2020 flip through, and that is coming very, very soon, sometime within the next couple weeks, so please keep an eye out for that. And with all that being said, let's hop right into my 2021 plan with me. The first page I always tackle in the beginning of my bullet journal spreads is my key, and I just wrote out the symbols on this black sticky note with a white gel pen, and I used a fine liner to write out the word in cursive at the top. Now I am showing you all of my adorable sticker sheets that I got from that Etsy shop, and I will have it linked down below. I think I actually did get 7 sheets, so it was a lot, but I put these to good use throughout this entire video. I also used a little bit of this brown and black grid washi tape, which is something I want to start using more in my monthly spreads throughout the year because I find that I really love the look of washi tape, but I just don't end up putting it in a lot of my spreads, and I never know why, so that is one of my goals for the new year. Also to use way more stickers and to just have fun and not plan my bullet journal so much because I find that I get into a funk and I am a super big perfectionist. I also just wrote my name really quick in cursive at the top and my Instagram handle under it, which is at Creative Minds Coffee Grinds, and it would mean a lot to me if you go check it out. It's also linked down below. But that is it for my key and my name page. Now let's go right into my 2021 cover page and theme doodle page. I love the look of this lettering because it's super bold, but it took me forever to finish, like forever, probably about 20 minutes just to write 4 numbers. But I use this fine liner to outline it and then a black Tombow brush pen to color it in, and I love the way it came out. I think it's so beautiful, and I actually use this font throughout the spreads, except it's not this big, and I used a stencil, but I will talk about that later on in the video. I love this circle stencil. It is a lifesaver. I love it so much. It's actually my sister's, and I totally need to get one for my own. Now you'll see me using a bigger circle stencil to create these slightly overlapping circles, which I'll use to doodle a little picture of my theme in for every month. And I used to have a separate page for this, and I would include all 12 months, but I usually only last about 5 to 6 months in each bullet journal relatively, so I didn't feel the need to overcompensate, and now I'm just writing in the months on each circle, and I'm so excited to see how the spread turns out when I add a new doodle every month. Another one of my new year, new bullet journal goals is to paste in more paper, and here I am just ripping up a paper bag, which I've done a few spreads before this one. So many people just use craft paper, but I find that a paper bag is obviously cheaper and you're reusing something you already had, and I like that it's thinner so my bullet journal doesn't get so chunky at the corners. And after that, I'm just going to stick in a couple stickers, use my white gel pen to make it look extra cute, and that is this spread done. Now now we're on to my future log, which is a place where I get to plan ahead and write appointments, holidays, birthdays, and really any events that will be happening throughout the year. I find that this is the most effective future log because it has a mini calendar and space to write something for any day of the year. I found that when I did future logs just a random space to write anything, then my brain got all jumbled because nothing was in the right order, and sometimes I ran out of space. So this is just the most effective way to use a future log in my opinion. I forget where I got this idea from, but I just love how simple and organized that this spread turns out every single time I do it. So I'm going to use this darker brown Tombow just to go over the days of the week, and then the lighter brown Tombow I'm going to mark off weekends, which is very, very helpful. I have 2 double page spreads for my future log, which you're seeing right now. I did the other one off camera so I didn't bore you. And now we're getting onto my grid spacing spread. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I used a stencil, which it's actually my sister's. I'm using all of her stencils apparently, and I'll have it linked down below. And I used it in conjunction with this 01 micron fine liner, and I had to do all of this off camera because it took me hours and hours, so I did not want to film all of this. It would have taken me all day to do this, so that's why I didn't include it in this video, but I am including everything else, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. I got this grid spacing cheat sheet style spread idea from Amanda Rachley on YouTube, and I use it to create literally every single one of my bullet journal spreads because it shows me how many boxes there are lengthwise and heightwise on each page, as well as how to split the page in halves, thirds, and quarters. And a new addition to my grid spacing cheat sheet, I color coded everything. So my halves have a color, my thirds have a color, and my fourths have a color, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing because now I don't just have a bunch of randomly crossing black lines all over my paper, and it can actually be extra functional. I also put little numbers to remind me however many boxes are in a half, in the quarter, and in the thirds. And yeah, here's my little key right over the top of my title, and I also marked that each box is a half a centimeter long and tall, so that really helps with printing out pictures, or if you're cutting out and pasting in pieces of paper, it's just really helpful to know exactly what the measurements are. And that's this bullet journal spread done pretty much. I just added a cute little plant sticker from my sticker sheet, and now I'm moving on to my 2021 goals spread. For this spread, I gave myself space for a word of the year, some personal goals, work or school goals, health goals, and also a space to write where I see myself in 2022. I used to include a space for travel goals, but I don't think we're going to be traveling anywhere in the near future due to COVID, so I just completely omitted it. I also really want to talk about my brown Tombow streakiness going on right now. It was a complete accident. I was just going to fill it in like I do with my black Tombow, but it ended up being really streaky, so I made it even more streaky to make it look like wood, and I just completely fell in love with the look of it. So you're going to see this technique in a couple more spreads in this video, and I'm definitely going to use it in the future. We are now moving on to a new spread to me, which is my self-care ideas page. And I got this idea from a few different posts on Pinterest, but I customized it to fit more my lifestyle. I think there was like spiritual and soul and that kind of stuff, but I decided to leave space to write down how to care for my mind, body, and heart, as well as how to enhance my creativity. And at the bottom, I left a space for some anxiety relief techniques, which is very important to me. And next to that is my health tracker, which I used to include in my monthly setups, but I just decided that this year I want to track them all together and incorporate my period tracker into it as well, so I have it all in one place. So I always track my head and stomach pain, and I mark down if I took any pain relievers that day. And for my period tracker, I have the day it started, the duration, and also if I had cramps or not. I'm sorry if that's too much TMI, but this is a really important spread to me. And the key is just on the side here. You'll see that I mess up a little bit, and I show you a little hack on what to do if you mess up. I hate whiteout. I don't think it looks good in journals, and like I said before, I'm a big perfectionist. So what I do is I just take a little piece of bullet journal paper from the back and I just stick it on over, and voila, it's perfect. Also, a little note for my self-care page, I ended up adding more stickers and ripped paper bag off camera, but I included it in the flip through at the end of this video, and I just felt like it needed a little extra decoration, so that's why I did it. I think this ended up being one of my favorite spreads from this plan with me. I've been reading so much lately, and I wanted a place to track the books I read, the books I want to read, and review them. So the bookshelf has the same wood technique as my goal spread, and I think I added about 30 books onto the shelf. But like I said before, I really only use one journal for about 5 to 6 months. So if I do end up going over this year, then I can just make another books tracker in my next bullet journal. This next spread I kept pretty simple, so I just have a space to write down movies or TV shows I want to watch, and then I can just check them off as I watch them. And I added another paper bag ripped moment at the bottom of the page, connecting my theme ideas spread to that page, kind of. And I added some stickers and more white gel pen. But yeah, this is a pretty simple spread, but it's still really effective. This is my theme ideas brain dump list that I use to pick my themes for each month, and if I have a random theme idea in my head, I can just write it down so I don't forget it. Moving on to the funnest spread to create each year, my vision board. And I printed out a ton of pictures ahead of time to paste into my bullet journal, so I have a visual idea of what exactly I want to accomplish this year. And some of these pictures include getting my master's degree, getting a teaching job, getting an apartment, turning 23, reading more, and writing more. I also added more of those Etsy stickers at the end to complete the spread, and I think it turned out so good. And now for the boringest spread of this setup. I basically just drew a border around this and called it a day because I don't have a Polaroid printer yet, so I couldn't measure anything, and also I have no idea what to do with this urine Polaroid spread. But if you want to see it completed, follow me on Instagram and I will post when exactly I complete this spread. The last spread I have for you is my monthly planning pages, which are a lifesaver for perfectionists like me. I have a space to plan my color palette, font style, any doodles I'm thinking about using for the month, the spreads I want to include, and I also left a space at the bottom for anything extra like washi tape, stickers, and what have you. I messed up a couple times in this spread, but I just kept going because it was my last one and I was ready to be done with filming this. We are approaching the end of this video, so I just wanted to say I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe while you're here. Also, don't forget to check out my bullet journal Instagram at Creative Minds Coffee Grinds, link below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!